Wassalam. This is TBC News, our top stories. President Samia stresses families' role in accelerating economic growth. Tanzania eager to secure more Japanese investments. Good evening, I'm Teddy Mparanyanga. You can also follow us live via YouTube channel TBC Online and also get all the latest news through our Instagram, Facebook and X pages at TBC Online. It is the second day of President Samia Suluhu Hassan's visit to the Morogoro region, and today she has visited and laid a foundation stone at a mosque building, urging mothers to participate fully in the children upbringing and not to leave the responsibility only to male parents to enhance children moral upbringing. Here's a report by Ramia Sinti, read by Faivankaga.
The issue of upbringing has never been easy, and today one of the key areas is parenting. That is, involvement of both parents is under the spotlight.
My fellow mothers, our children are going astray. We have left the task of caring for the children to the fathers.
Today, President of Tanzania, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, talks about children upbringing, insisting on the role of moral upbringing to the overall national development.
My fellow mothers, our children are going astray. We have left the task of caring for the children to the fathers. I urge all mothers to strive to become better mothers. If we do not become serious in taking care of the children, then the next generation will experience challenges.
It is the second day of her visit to the Morogoro region, and today, after visiting and laying a foundation stone at a mosque building, President Samia Suluhu Hassan urges religious leaders to put sufficient emphasis on the teachings from an early age.
If we build more madrasas, our children will have more spiritual knowledge, and more of them will come to these mosques that we are currently building.
The completion of the mosque will be of great value to all Morogoro residents.
We are grateful for this huge investment by the Islamic Foundation, which adds to the attractions of the Morogoro region.
The Tanzanian government says it is committed to continue to cooperate with Japan, calling on Japanese companies to come and invest in the country in various areas and sectors of interest to both countries. Here are more details.
The call has been made in the Dodoma region during a meeting between the Deputy Permanent Secretary, Jennifer Omolo, on behalf of the Minister of Finance, Mwigulu Nchemba, when she met and held talks with Naoki Anase, Director General for the Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA, Africa region. Speaking on economic development, Omolo insists effective policies of the government have enabled the Tanzanian economy to continue to improve, recording a growth rate of 5.3% in the second quarter of 2024 compared to 4.7% in the same period of 2023. On the other hand, the Director General of JICA Africa region vows that his government will continue to cooperate with Tanzania in the implementation of development projects as well as human resource development through scholarships.
The government has allocated more than 14.8 billion shillings for the construction of student hostels, a laboratory and a science building as part of improving tertiary education infrastructure in the country. The remarks have been given by the acting principal of the Mkwawa University College of Education, Professor Deusdedit Rembuza, in the presence of the Chancellor of the university and the former President Jakaya Kikwete at the university's 16th graduation ceremony in Iringa. Here are more details.
According to Professor Rehumbiza, the 14 billion shillings have been provided by the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology through the Higher Education for Economic Transformation Project, HEAT.
utakisaidia chuo kupiga hatua kubwa katika kutekeleza malengo ya msingi.
The completion of the buildings will enable the university to advance in the implementation of the primary goals, which are teaching, research, and provision of services to the society. We are grateful to the government for the implementation of the HEAT project.
Our university faces the challenge of shortage of offices and also shortage of furniture.
On the other hand, the university's students have thanked the government for sponsoring higher education through loans, enabling them to fulfill their dreams.
We promise that we shall use the knowledge we received here at the university for the benefit of society.
Chancellor of the university and the former president, Dr. Jakaya Mrisho Kikwete, urges the graduates to be good ambassadors of the university and use the knowledge they have acquired to lift themselves economically. During this year's graduation, more than 1,500 students have been awarded degrees in various fields of science teaching.
The Minister of State in the President's Office, Labour, Economy and Investment, Zanzibar Sharif Ali Sharif, urges young Tanzanians to design projects that are compatible with the investment policies in the country. Speaking during the Top 100 Executive Awards ceremony involving various institutions, including the companies that performed well in 2024, Minister Sharif asserts that youth stand a chance to make their companies be recognized in the domestic and foreign markets if they make good use of the conducive investment climate in the country.
All the youth in Tanzania, especially Tanzania mainland and Zanzibar, to work so hard to make sure that they contribute to our economy and our development in this country. And these opportunities are one of the areas and part of efforts from private sector, but also from the government, to enable them, to empower them as well, so that they grow even higher, but also contribution to our economy in the country.
The organizers of the awards insist that the awards focus on the quality of the work done by the contestants, while some of the winners say the awards inspire Tanzanian companies to continue excelling year after year locally and internationally.
We are here to celebrate those people who did well, and also to remind others also to engage in this kind of setting benchmark every year, so that we can celebrate them at the end of the year like this one.
May I extend my sincere thanks to our government led by Her Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, because with the good policy that they have set, they have made it possible for us to get licenses on time, to get very good cooperation from BOT, because mostly our softwares are finances or financial related softwares, so we don't get any problem with BOT, and they are very encouraging, especially for us. We started as a startup company. These are 2 awards at the same night. It's not a joke for the company that has been in the market for 2 years for software.
I'm encouraging the young generation to be proactive and creative in their investment, so that I hope once they push in their creativities and innovations, I hope they will be part of this 100 winners from CEOs.
A total of 108 individuals, institutions and companies out of 240 who have performed well in various categories have been awarded. And on to the next news, 18 small-scale indigenous companies are expected to benefit from the Funguo program funded by the United Nations Development Organization, UNDP, and the United Nations, aiming at increasing the number of successfully scaled innovation impact ventures to contribute to the National Development Goals and the SDGs in Tanzania. The remarks have been made by the Minister of Information, Communication and Information Technology, Jerry Silaa, during an award ceremony involving young indigenous companies that have successfully designed various projects and qualified to be eligible for the funding.
We are currently implementing a project to launch 8 digital innovation hubs in 8 regions in Tanzania, which is spearheaded by the ICT Commission. This, together with other initiatives like the one which is run by UNDP, not only will create a good environment for ICT startups, but also will accelerate all startups in all sectors, which we currently unveil today evening.
On the other hand, Fungo project manager Joseph Manerakiza insists that the funding will improve the business environment and shape creative growth.
What we are doing today is to open more doors so that these startups can get loans to grow their capital. So it is sure the development stakeholders can come together in supporting the young generation.
The Minister of Industry and Trade, Selemani Jaffo, calls on Belgian companies to explore investment possibilities in the country, especially in the areas of mining, agriculture and tourism, to boost country's total export value to Tanzania, which is estimated to reach an average of $115 million, compared to Tanzania's export to Belgium, which have reached $186 million. He made the call in Dar es Salaam while opening a business and investment meeting between Tanzania and 40 Belgian companies that are in the country to explore business and investment opportunities.
I have no doubt that this business forum will provide a unique opportunity for business communities to interact and share knowledge, experience, and above all, closing deals. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, as we gather here today, it's encouraging to reflect on the existing trade relation between Tanzania and Belgium. Over the past few years, trade volume has steadily increased, whereby in 2022, Tanzania exported $186 million to Belgium, while Belgium exported $115 million to Tanzania.
Belgiji ni miongoni mwa nchi chache sana za Europe ambapo Tanzania tunauza kuliko tunavyonunua.
Belgium is among the few European countries that Tanzania exports more products from than we import. We export 185 to 200 million euros annually, and on their side, they sell to us half this amount. Therefore, Belgium is a country that we can export more to them. Most of the products are agricultural products, but we also export diamond and fish to them.
Most of the Belgian companies have already invested in tourism. We have a large number of Belgian companies that have already invested in tourism sector, but also in agriculture as well as in the transport sector. So we expect this forum is going to open more doors for the Belgian companies to come and invest in our country.
On the other hand, the Belgian ambassador to Tanzania says the outcome of the meeting has been promising, insisting that trade between the two nations will improve.
Belgium in May earlier this year, and now we come at the end of this year, we have an incoming Belgian trade and investment mission to Tanzania, which testifies of the growing interest of Belgian businesses for this country. Belgium is already quite an important trade partner of Tanzania from EU side, but I think there's a lot of untapped potential, and I think that we can even double our trade figures, which currently stand at around 300 million euros.
Belgium's investment in Tanzania is still unsatisfactory, where according to the investment center in TIC, Belgium has invested a total of 48 projects with a value of $400 million, investing mostly in the agriculture, energy, tourism and mining sectors. The Minister of Agriculture, Hussein Bashe, says he will send soil and seed experts from the Tanzanian Agricultural Research Institute, TARI, in the Tabora region to collaborate with experts from the Archbishop Mihayo University College of Tabora to conduct research and analysis of the type of soil and seeds suitable for the cultivation of various types of crops in the area allocated by the university for the Faculty of Agriculture. Bashe made the remarks during the 10th graduation of the university, following a request made to him by the principal of the university, Professor Juvenalis Asante Mungu, says that they are planning to establish a Faculty of Agriculture. Hence, they call for more agricultural experts and supporting equipment, including agricultural tools.
Moja, nitawasaidia kuwa na MOU na TARI.
I promise to initiate a memorandum of understanding with the Tanzania Agricultural Research Institute, TARI, so that they may assist your team in soil analysis and other activities, so that you can establish the Faculty of Agriculture. I will also hold conversations with the Vice Chancellor of Sokoine University so that we may work together to develop the Faculty of Agriculture here.
Develop hicho kitivo cha kilimo katika chuo hiki.
As the world marks the International Day of the Elimination of Violence Against Women, TBC News have spoken with some young girls who have been at the forefront of the fight against gender-based violence in Tanzania.
Recognizing, acknowledging, supporting, but also engaging. All these steps are very crucial when it comes to youth being advocates of change, but also raising awareness to this current issue that is very urgent and very traumatic. In these 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, I expect individuals to participate fully, but also raise awareness to eradicate gender-based violence. This is extremely important because the statistics are extremely alarming, and they affect a lot of women and girls globally. So it's very important to be part of the campaign, but also it should be a continuous effort to eradicate and end gender-based violence. I believe that the Tanzanian government is doing its due diligence, but obviously other stakeholders must also be involved in this action. So civil societies, individuals, youth themselves must take a hand in advocating and fighting against gender-based violence.
The youth has the power to shape, to change norms that are harmful in our society. By promoting respect, equality, and compassion in our daily lives, we can break this cycle of violence if only we choose to work together. We must educate ourselves when we see injustice, using digital platforms to amplify voices and advocate for change. Communities are the heart of this fight. Our elders, leaders, and family members must equally come together to support survivors who have been through injustice situations in our communities. Amplifying our voices against women is not a distant dream. It is a goal that we can all achieve.
According to UN Women, an estimated 736 million women, almost 1 in 3 have been subjected to physical or sexual intimate partner violence, non-partner sexual violence, or both at least once in their life. Some stakeholders in the airline industry have hailed the move done by Air Tanzania to resume its direct flights from Dar es Salaam and Johannesburg. Speaking in Johannesburg, South Africa, the stakeholders insist that the flight will stimulate further trade and tourism between the two nations.
I believe well, firstly, I love the Tanzanians. They're such friendly people. They know what they're doing. I've had the pleasure of dealing with Dominic for the last 5 years. I've met the marketing department, Grace, Christina, and now I'm going to be housing Ismail Mpinga. In my office is the manager for, the station manager for Air Tanzania. I think they act together, they know what they're doing, they got all the plans ready, and now we need to get the flight off the ground.
We can receive the good news today that the Air Tanzania from the 30th of November is going to start to fly from South Africa to Jerusalem. We can't wait.
Okay, thank you. For me, opening a country, especially an African country to other African countries, is always beneficial, especially in terms of, business opportunities, tourism. It's a way for cultures to meet and to interact. So it's always a good opportunity, opening the airline to African countries.
In case you missed any of our stories, remember you can always go to our YouTube channel at TBC Online and watch anytime, anywhere across the globe. Now let us take a look at today's exchange rates according to the Bank of Tanzania, BOT. Don't miss TBC News every week to know all the latest in exchange rates. Up next is international news. Now let us join Yambona Masamba in international news.
International news starts in Africa. 14 people have surfaced in South Africa from illegal gold mine in Stilfontein, including a 14-year-old boy. A police spokesperson says this proves the informal miners are trapped against their will, but just don't know how to come out. It has been weeks-long standoff between the group and the police after the authorities blocked supplies of food and water, trying to force much of their miners. It has been weeks-long standoff between the group and the police after the authorities blocked supplies and food and water, trying to force much of the miners. They say they began their journey to surface a week ago, taking them that long to reach the surface. They say they are armed gangs controlling the people below and hundreds of miners who are not free to leave. To Asia. In Pakistan, supporters of jailed Prime Minister Imran Khan have marched towards Islamabad to call for his release. Police have reported arrested thousands of people ahead of the rally in the capital. The government sealed off part of the capital and shut down major roads. Some mobile and internet services has been suspended. From Asia to Europe, in Georgia, thousands of people gathered outside the parliament building to oppose the swearing of the new government. The demonstrators say the election held last month were rigged. They also accused Moscow of attempting to keep the pro-Russian party Georgia Dream in power. Demonstrators have stayed seated in protest nearly 4 weeks, calling for a new election. The vote deceived a referendum in an effort to join the European Union. A cargo plane linked with German logistics company DHL has crashed near Lithuania Airport on Monday. The aircraft hit the two-story residential building near the capital, Vilnius. One crew member was killed and another injured. Residents say the building were kept unharmed. The pilot wasn't survived. To Russia. The Russian Passion jet has gone far off after landing in southern Turkey. The Turkish media say the 3 passengers and 8 crew members were safely rescued.
Up next is sports news. And in sports news, Singida Black Stars has suspended head coach Patrick Rosems and his assistant coach Dennis Kitambi due to the poor results shown by the team in the recent matches of Tanzania Premier League. Until they were suspended, the coaches have led Singida Black Stars in 11 league matches, lost 1 game against the defending champions Young Africans, 3 draws, and have won 7 games. After the suspension, Singida Black Stars will be under interim coach Ramadhani and assistant coach Muhibu Kano. Suspended coach has left Singida Black Stars with 24 points, just behind the league leaders Simba Sports Club, while tallying the points with Azam FC and Young Africans. Young Africans head coach Said Ramovic says he will use mixed tactical skills to beat Sudan champion Al Hilal in CAF Champions League group stage at Benjamin Mkapa Stadium in Dar es Salaam tomorrow. Ramovic adds that he is ready to send a message to the rest of the teams in the CAF Champions League group stage, and he believes that his players have already adapted his playing system.
The stadium effort is a big chance that we can win games, and this is our main task. Young Africans is a club that needs to win trophies.
I can say when you have Aziz K, Zwazwa, Prince, Dube, Maxime Zengeli, it's more easy for you to score goals. So you have to be clever to play against this kind of players.
This will be a first test for the newly appointed Young Africans head coach Ramovic, after the team sacking Miguel Gamondi and his place in the group, as with teams such as TP Mazembe from Republic Democratic of Congo, Al Hilal of Sudan, and MC Alger of Algeria. That is sports news, and now before I conclude the news bulletin for tonight, let us take a look at the weather forecast for the next 24 hours.
Hello, this is 24 hours of the forecast from Tanzania Meteorological Authority. Starting from tonight, 9 p.m., wind is expected to flow at the speed of 20 kilometers per hour over Lake Victoria, Lake Tanganyika, and Lake Nyasa. And the state of the lake is expected to be slight. For the entire coast, wind is expected to flow at the speed of 20 kilometers per hour. And the state of the sea is expected to be slight. And we expect chance of rainfall over some few areas of the country. And now let us see the weather details. And this is what we expect for tonight. For Lake Victoria Basin, western part of the country, Rukwa region, we expect partly cloud condition, thunder showers over a few areas. For Songwe, Mbeya, Iringa, Njombe, Singida, Dodoma, we expect partly cloud condition and light rain showers over a few areas. And for northeastern highlands, we expect partly cloud condition, rain showers over a few areas. And the remaining parts of the country is expected to be dry. And now let us see of what we expect for tomorrow. For Lake Victoria Basin, western parts of the country, Rukwa region, we expect partly cloud condition, thunder showers over a few areas, and sun periods. For Mbeya, Songwe, Iringa, Njombe, Dodoma, Tanga, Pemba, and Unguja Isis, we expect partly cloud condition, light rain showers over a few areas, and sun periods. For Singida and northeastern highlands, we expect partly cloud condition, rain showers over a few areas, and sun periods. And the remaining parts of the country, we expect partly cloud condition and sun periods. And now let us take a look of the next 4 days weather forecast. Dar es Salaam, we expect sun periods and rain showers. Dodoma, we expect sun periods and thunder showers. For Mbeya, we expect sun periods, light rain, and thunder showers. For Mwanza, we expect thunder showers. Kilimanjaro, we expect sun periods and thunder showers. Morogoro, we expect sun periods and rain showers. Arusha, we expect thunder showers. And that's all for today. Make sure to catch up again tomorrow. From Tanzania Meteorological Authority, my name is Mariam Faris. Bye-bye.
And that marks the end of the news bulletin for tonight. Do not miss our next bulletin in Kiswahili at 11 p.m. On behalf of the whole team, I am Teddy Mparanyanga. Have a splendid night.
TBC1, ukweli na uhakika.
Mtazamaji wa TBC, karibu sana katika kipindi hiki maalum ambapo kimsingi tunafahamu kwamba Novemba 20 kampeni za uchaguzi wa serikali za mtaa uliweza kuzinduliwa taifa zima, kimsingi ilikusudi kuweza kuwanadi wagombea mbalimbali wa ngazi za vijiji, vitongoji pamoja na mtaa ili kuweza kushiriki katika uchaguzi wa serikali za mtaa ambao utafanyika Novemba 27, ambapo kimsingi siku hiyo itakuwa ni mapumziko ili kuweza kutoa nafasi kwa wananchi kuweza kufika na kuweza kupiga kura na kuwachagua viongozi wa serikali za mitaa. Karibu katika kipindi hiki. Jina langu ni Njoba Mwenjibe, lakini pamoja nami studio nimeweza kuambatana na Tbcnews ni Yegira ambaye yeye ni mchambuzi wa masuala ya siasa, uongozi na diplomasia. Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
Kwanza nifahamu kutoka kwako wewe,
naam,
kama mimi nimekwisha kujiandikisha na leo hii jioni mtaani kwangu pale kuna kampeni, nitafika kuweza kusikiliza sera za viongozi wangu. Vipi kwa upande wako, wewe umekwisha kufanya hivyo?
Ndio nimeshajiandikisha, na subiri sasa kuanza ili zoezi ambalo limeanza tokea tarehe 20 la kwenda kuwasikiliza viongozi wana nini cha kutuambia, wanajinadi vipi, na tuone kama wanakidhi kile ambacho kiko katika mustakabali wa kujenga taifa letu.
Hivi ni kwa nini ni muhimu kwa wananchi kuweza kufika na kuweza kushiriki katika kusikiliza kampeni hizi za serikali za mitaa?
Unajua, uchaguzi wa serikali za mitaa au viongozi wa serikali za mitaa unaongozwa na kanuni ambayo inaitwa kanuni ya kugatua madaraka. Ni kanuni ambayo imeshuka kutoka ngazi ya juu kwenda ngazi ya chini kumwezesha mtu wa chini kabisa kushiriki katika moja, kuchagua viongozi wake, na viongozi hao watasaidia katika kujiamulia mambo yao yenyewe kwa kufanya mipango ya maendeleo, lakini pili kwa kusimamia rasilimali ambazo ziko pale. Kwa hiyo ni muhimu sana, kwa maana ya kwamba unatakiwa kumjua kiongozi wako ni nani, na je, ana uimara kiasi gani. Lakini pili, anaakisi sura ya kitaifa, sura ambayo itafanya kazi kwa pamoja na serikali kuu, kwa sababu kama unavyofahamu taifa letu linaongozwa na miundo miwili ya serikali, muundo ambao ni wa serikali kuu na kwa upande wa pili muundo wa serikali za mitaa. Na hii ina chimbuko la kanuni ya muda mrefu ambayo tumeisema ni kanuni ya kungatua madaraka kutoka kwenye kile kitu kikubwa kwenda katika ngazi za chini. Kwa hiyo unaweza ukaziona kwa mfano serikali yetu inavyofanya kazi kati ya serikali kuu na serikali za mitaa, kwa maana ya kuanzia ngazi za halmashauri ya wilaya, halmashauri za majiji, tawala za mikoa, serikali za hizo zote ni ngazi zinazoonyesha kwamba mamlaka inashuka chini. Kwa hiyo serikali inashiriki kutoa mamlaka yake makuu kwenda kwa mtu wa kawaida aliyoko chini, na kwa sababu watu walioko chini ndio watu wa kila siku, ndio watu ambao wanafanya shughuli za maendeleo yanayoonekana huko chini kuliko yule mtu aliyoko juu kushuka moja kwa moja. Kwa hiyo wakatengeneza utaratibu wa ngazi hizo mbili, kwamba angalau hii ngazi ya chini isije kaona kwamba mamlaka fulani ambayo ilitakiwa kuwa nayo haina, na hii ni sehemu ya kuonyesha kwamba serikali ni moja na inatakiwa kuwafikia wananchi.
Umegusia swala zima la maendeleo kwa uzuri kabisa. Kampeni hizi zinatafsiri vipi masuala mazima ya maendeleo kama mtu ataenda kusikiliza na kushiriki moja kwa moja?
Kwanza inabidi ufahamu kwamba uchaguzi huu wa serikali za mitaa ulikuwa na hatua 5. Hatua ya kwanza ilikuwa ni kujiandikisha, hatua ya pili ilikuwa ni kutoa fomu za watiania, hatua ya pili ilikuwa ni kudhibitisha watiania hao kwamba ndio watakao kuwa katika kinyang'anyiro cha viongozi, hatua inayofuata ilikuwa ni hatua hii ambayo imeanza tarehe 20 ya kampeni, lakini hatua ya mwisho ni ya kuchagua. Sasa kwa nini ni muhimu utaratibu huo kufahamika? Kwa sababu serikali za mitaa zinaongozwa kwa mujibu wa sheria kama serikali inavyoongozwa kwa mujibu wa sheria. Kwa hiyo ni kipindi ambacho mmoja anaenda kubaini kwanza ni nini atawafanyia wananchi, ni kitu gani atakisimamia, na je, kitu hicho kimo katika mahitaji ya kitaifa, kimo katika makuzi yanayostahili kuendeleza mtaa, kuendeleza ngazi hizo za vitongoji na mpaka ngazi za wilaya. Kwa hiyo hilo ni jambo la kwanza, lakini jambo la pili ni ambalo linakuwa na nguvu ni kuweza kuona ni kunadi zile sera za vyama vyao. Vyama vina sera zipi? Na je, sera hizo zinaendana na ndoto ya Watanzania, ndoto ya umoja, ndoto ya haki, ndoto ya mshikamano? Na je, wanaweza wakapata